Hey Andrew,
Yeah.
did you know that October is LGBT History Month?
No. Tell me more.
So a lot of the time when we think of LGBTQ celebrations, we mostly think of June for Pride,
Sure. Yeah.
and
yeah.
that's totally awesome. But also we have the entire month of October that's dedicated to us learning our own history and hopefully other people learning the history too. And one of the really exciting parts of that is October 11th, which is National Coming Out Day.
Yes, I know because my daughter came to us on National Coming Out Day, telling us great news.
That's
a year
so
ago.
cool. She came out
Yeah.
on National Coming Out Day.
Yes, yeah.
That's amazing. I used to try to come out to somebody every National Coming Out Day, and then I ran out of people to come out to, so it's really exciting. But I'll meet more, so it'll be fine. And I know that we have shot in the past a video for National Coming Out Day, and we talked a lot about what that meant. But I was thinking, because we've had a lot of conversation in the church about pride and representation. I know you sort of refer to them as the rainbow flags.
Yes, yeah.
And
And it'll be marvelous to learn more about those different flags. I know that you prepared a beautiful poster.
oh yeah.
Yeah, but it'll be great to have it maybe in a video format or something like that.
Yeah,
I think
because
so.
there's so many. There's the rainbow flag. There's the Philadelphia rainbow flag. There's the bi flag, the pan flag, trans flag, ace flag, non-binary. There's so many. And to be honest, I talk a lot about this stuff, but I think there are other people who could probably say more about this in a better way. So why don't we let them?
If
have
you
a shot
know
at
them,
it?
yeah, please,
Yeah.
that'll be marvelous.
Yeah, let's hear what they have to say.
The bisexual flag means a lot to me because it makes visible that which is usually invisible. The B in LGBTQ is usually ignored. Often we're told both by straight and gay communities to, quote, pick a side, which is really strange because love doesn't have any sides. I'm proud to be bisexual, to tell people that I am, to know that it means to love the same and other genders, that it goes beyond the binary, and that it affirms love in all of its forms.
I love the Philly Pride flag for two reasons. First is that it includes that universal rainbow flag symbol that we know as that symbol of our celebration, our inclusion. When we see it, we know we're safe there. We know we're loved there. We know that here we can be whole. And I love that it also now has the black and brown stripes that I can also see myself reflected in. Those black and brown stripes that recognize that people of color have been a part of this movement from the beginning, and we will not be erased, we will not be silenced, that we are part of this LGBTQ family, and that our celebration, our liberation, is also part of our community's work.
So in my last apartment, I lived with my now spouse and a roommate, and we had a rainbow flag and a bi flag hanging on the backs of doors in our apartment. I was starting to put real language around my gender identity as a non-binary trans person, and claiming the trans part of that. And I came home one day, and my roommate had hung a trans flag on the back of a door, and I felt so seen and held by that gesture, and also the realization that there was belonging to be had for me.
As a bi minister who works primarily with youth and young adults, it was really important to me that my office space always reflect the radical hospitality and welcome of God. And so I always keep on my wall hanging prominently a bi flag and a Philly Pride flag. And I even have a bi flag folded up and ready to be sent to one of my youth who was so excited to know that the church that she worships in loves her and accepts her and welcomes her in the fullness of who she is.
I really like the Philly Pride flag because it includes me. It includes black and brown people. It includes all LGBTQ people alongside the racial ethnic spectrum. And that's something that isn't implied, although I think a lot of folks think it is. And so, yeah, the Philly flag is my rainbow flag because y'all means all.
The trans flag is really important to me because sometimes people who just use the term like LGBTQ, hopefully IA, or just like a rainbow flag, like don't actually hold space for trans people's needs. In church environments specifically, like you might be willing to marry same-sex couples and ordain queer people, but like as a trans woman like me, like welcome in your like women's Bible study. And are there bathrooms for people who are non-binary or agender? And all those things, like those spaces are often a lot deeper than a lot of people think when they just think of like marriage equality. A lot of transphobia comes out of like queer groups, like who leave us out. And so like, I don't really know, like, is your place welcome for me? Like a trans flag lets me know that like you've intentionally thought about like what it means to include trans people, what it means to think about gender, which is often a lot more than what you need if you just have a queer sexuality.
How many flags do we have actually, Ashley?
Oh goodness, more than are in this video. There's so many, and the thing that I most appreciate about that is that they're coming out of the communities that need them and want them, and it's giving folks a way to be proud of who they are and really take ownership of their identities in a world that doesn't always understand it, doesn't always want to see them. They're making sure that they're seen, and I'm really proud to be part of that community. I'm proud to work in a place with so many allies in the community.
And I must say, I just appreciate their colorfulness.
Yeah.
You know, that playfulness and spectrum of different colors, and how diverse they are. And yeah, the word which is coming to me is playfulness. I hope that it stays that way. You know, unfortunately, very often they are being persecuted for displaying them and so on, which is very sad.
Yeah.
But generally, I appreciate you know, that spectrum of different colors, starting with rainbow and going through all those different colors. It's just amazing.
Yeah. So on this National Coming Out Day and on all days after, regardless of your sexual orientation, your gender identity, what have you, may things for you stay bright and colorful and full of joy.
Amen to that.